friends, welcome to another episode of the story of the storyteller. As you have seen, the storyteller has started a new story today in the Lok Sabha. Friends, the storyteller, Mr. Modi, goes on to say that farmers today have a choice. Through these formulas, farmers have a choice to either sell in the APMC or sell to the private players, which is a farce, my dear friends. Since there is area restriction for the farmers and there is cess which is there for APMC, once Adani and Ambani enters into the farm market, the APMCs will close. But the storyteller keeps on telling his story even today in the Lok Sabha. He goes on to say that he has given money to the APMC markets and is going to open a lot of markets in this year's budget. But Mr. Storyteller Modi, when there is a difference between the cess that APMC traders have to pay and when there is no market cess or market levy on Adani and Ambani who are going to procure directly from the farmers, how will the APMC market survive? They are not going to survive because of the difference of the rate, because of the cess that they have to pay and which you have made sure that Adani and Ambani did not pay the market cess and the market levy. He kept on telling that, they have an options. Farmers have an options today, he thundered in the parliament. Mr. Storyteller Modi, today the farmers have an option. But tomorrow they will not have an option. Because once Adani and Ambani, your corporates, Jodi from Gujarat comes into the farm market, they are going to lure the farmers with a slightly higher rate at the start, which will bring all the farmers to the Gujarat DO and the APMC markets are going to shut. So it will be tomorrow also the farmers will not have an option. Today they might have an option, but tomorrow they will never have an option. You said today that your government will bring in laws even if the farmers have not asked for those laws. When opposition asked whether the farmers asked for the laws, you said you brought in laws, the government brought in laws for child marriages, the government brought in laws for dowry, for sati system and so many ills in the society. So you went on to say that even if the farmers have not asked, your government is going to have made these farm laws just like the other governments have brought in these laws. But my dear Prime Minister Mr. Modi, those laws were anti-social in nature. That is why even though no one asked for those laws, the government of the day passed on those laws for the benefit of the society. But here, do you mean to say the farmers are anti-society? Are the farmers a bane for the society? No. That is why you should have asked them. They are the stakeholders. It is their lives which are going to be at loss. Regarding the dowry laws, if the government had asked the women, they would have definitely told bring the Dowry Act. That is why the government did it. The farmers haven't asked you for laws, but we know for whom you have brought in these laws. We know for which two Gujaratis you have brought in these laws. We know through these laws whose pockets you are going to fill by bringing these laws. We know at the expense of 60% of the farmers of this country, you are going to fill the pockets of your Guju businessmen. You also said any government should not maintain status quo. Change is necessary, change is inevitable. We all know. But change for whom? Change at whose cost? Do you want to bring change just for your two Gujarati businessmen? Change at whose cost? Change at the cost of Indian farmers who constitute 60% of the population? For the sake of 1%, you are going to bring 99% of India into stress. Don't assume that only farmers are going to bear the stress, Mr. Modi. It's not just going to be rural stress. Tomorrow you are going to destroy the farmers, you are going to destroy all the traders in the APMC because APMC is going to put all the hamalis, the workers the transporters are going to go after this. 5 lakh crore market, you're going to give it on a platter. The whole value chain, right from procurement to retail, you're going to give into the hands of Adani and Ambani. You're talking of Andolan GVs. I was ashamed that you are talking of Andolan GVs. In fact, you are just doing this you're becoming an Adani GV and Ambani GV and bringing our Shram GVs, our Andolan GVs, farmers to the streets. Today, you know how many people will be affected by this. The farmers will be affected, traders. The retailers also will be affected. The rural distress will turn into urban distress, my dear friends. Modi went on to say, he was targeting the opposition. Opposition ना खेलने देंगे, ना खेलेंगे, ना खेलने देंगे, मगर इस खेल को बिगड़ाएंगे. लेकिन आपने मोदी माना है ये खेल है. आपने माना है आप खेल खेल रहे हैं और ये खेल है. किसके लिए खेल खेल रहे हैं मोदी जी? किसके लिए खेल खेल रहे हैं? आप अदानी और अंबानी, आपका गुजराती बिजनेसमैन के लिए खेल खेल रहे हैं. किसके खिलाफ खेल खेल रहे हैं? आप फार्मर्स के खिलाफ, किसानों के खिलाफ ये खेल खेल रहे हैं. लोग भी समझेंगे. आप थोड़ा ही समझ सकते हैं. लोग भी समझते हैं आप किसके वास्ते ये खेल खेल रहे हैं. ये आप अंबानी और अदानी के लिए खेल खेल रहे हैं बोल के किसानों को भी मालूम है. और आपका ये खेल नहीं चलने देंगे. आप ठीक बोला, हम कांग्रेस वाले और अपोजिशन आपका खेल नहीं खेलने देंगे. आपका खेल बिगाड़ेंगे. क्योंकि आप जो खेल खेल रहे हैं वो अदानी और अंबानी के वास्ते खेल खेल रहे हैं और किसानों का खिलाफ खेल रहे हैं. इसलिए हम इस खेल को बिगड़ाएंगे ही. Modi went on to say, neither the state nor the center nor the farmers have capability to invest. That is why he wants to privatize. Mr. Modi, do you mean to say for 70 years, who created all this APMC? Who created all this infrastructure? It is we, the Congress, who has invested and created this infrastructure. Today, what are you doing? You are smashing the whole infrastructure. The whole infrastructure that we created for 70 years will be just brought down, will just get smashed, just for your two Gujarati businessmen, Adani and Ambani. And when they invest, do you think they will invest for free? Do you think will they have the same commitment that government of India had for the farmers for 70 years? No, they will not invest to bring the farmers up. Do you mean to say they will invest to bring the farmers' quality of life up? No, they are going to benefit from the whole value chain, right from procurement to retail. The whole market size is nearly 5 lakh crores, and 20% through which they are going to monopolize the whole value chain will be 1 lakh crore. And that 1 lakh crore, I don't know how much of commission you will get out of it, which will be used by you to run your party and buy MLAs, MPs in the coming elections. Friends, Modi went on to add, and I was laughing at it. He was giving some examples that a farmer from Pune in Maharashtra somewhere sent 30 kgs of pomegranates to Muzaffarpur, and he went on to add that if some other farmer somewhere sent 7 kgs of some agricultural produce somewhere. Does he know? Is it practical, Mr. Modi? You go to any extent to fool people, keep on telling stories. That is why I have called you the story. That is why I keep on telling, I'm going to tell the story of the storyteller. When I tell storyteller, here it is you. For 70 years, we tried to create a market through farm representatives. That means we created a APMC market. Who runs the market? The farmers themselves, through a committee, run the market. But what did you do? In 7 years, you're trying to smash this market and create a market for your Guju friends, Adani and Ambani. Friends, this farm market, farm loss is a huge farm scam indeed. It's a huge transfer of money, turnovers, income from huge sections like farmers, traders, retailers, for consumers, the huge transfer of income from 95% to that 1%. And Modi is talking of Andolan Jivis again. Andolan Jivis are fighting against this Ambani Jivi and Adani Jivi. They are fighting for the Shram Jivis. They're talking on behalf of the farmers. They're stopping this huge loot or transfer of wealth from 95% of Indian population to that 1-2 businessmen, crony businessmen, supporters of Modi. Friends, Mr. Modi should understand one thing. He can fool some people sometimes, all people sometimes, but he can't fool all people all times. His time is up. It's question of time. I could see his face. I could see his face today when he was speaking in the parliament. He was confused. He had some fear in his mind, but still he has to tell the story. The storyteller's story should go on, and my story of the storyteller will go on until and unless this storyteller's nakedness is put in front of people. Jai Hind.